record labels don't stop releasing stuff, so there's always something new that has a potential of blowing up on the air, or making a processor misbehave, or making it make a mistake. There's no matter what anyone says, there's no universal fix for every single cut.
That's right.
With every single processor.
Yep.
It's just not going to happen.
So we get more cuts, and added another 4 terabytes of space this week. So you got to have room for all those linear files.
Yes. We've been making processing for many years to come, so we need a lot of space to add more music. So we've got a nice sized room there full of processing. A lot of people probably haven't at least seen pictures of it. Some people may have seen pictures of it, but we'd be able to compare, our processing with our competitors' processors and some popular preprocessors, because there's many different types of situations you get into. And when you go out to see a customer, the best thing you can find is somebody who has no processing before their main processor.
Right.
It's located at the transmitter. There's unity gain throughout their entire air chain, so there's no need for a preprocessor. But there are cases where you get people putting preprocessors ahead of things like PPM ratings encoders and such, and you don't want to talk them out of it, because the last thing you want to do is tell them to remove a processor ahead of a PPM encoder, and then the PPM encoder doesn't work right, or the ratings go down, and you can have a little bit of a problem, like, oh, your idea caused us to...
Right.
So
whether it did or not.
Whether it did or not.
Yes.
And that's money to them, so you don't want to don't want to take that risk.
That's what's going to be perceived.
Yes,
So
perception is reality in that case.
yeah, and that's with processing. Perception is reality.
Yes.
So you leave it in and you work around it, and that's why we have some of the more popular preprocessors in our rack. Because if we do have a situation where I have brand A, wideband processor that's very compelling to listen to into our processor, we can recreate that here if someone needs a preset.
It's also the reason why every section of our processing can be turned off.
Right.
So you can, if you really like the sound of an external preprocessor, you can use that and the benefits of the things that are in our processor in any combination you want to get whatever that target air sound is that you're trying to get for, go for.
The nice part is that you can turn stuff off and there's no radical gain changes.
Right.
Like say for some reason you wanted to turn off SST. The SST will sync to its level and the 5-band compressor will just take over on its own and keep going. Almost like a backup. It's like you take one part out and the other parts adapt.
It keeps working.
It just keeps working.